Hello, welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So today, I think, since it's going to be Valentine's Day in a couple days, 2 days to be specific, we'll do a love reading today. All right, Spirit, so for the collective, we'll do past, current, and future. So for the collective's recent past, what does their recent past look like when it comes to their love life? Okay. So communication, some kind of communication. Well, she is a very clear communicator. So either some kind of clear communication or clear communication wasn't happening. Let's see. What else for the collective's love life? Okay. The Emperor, Aries. Okay, so Queen of Swords, neither of these are very like super lovey-dovey cards, but let's just get one more. Okay, well, I am reading this in reverse. Okay, so when it comes to the love life, Queen of Swords is very direct, very clear, very, I don't want to say cold. It is cold kind of because it's strong communication, but it's guarded. It's not emotional communication. So like her heart is down here being guarded in a cage. The Emperor, Aries, can be somebody who is a father figure, a boss of some kind, or somebody who's just in control, you know what I mean? So when it comes to your like recent past, when it comes to love, I mean, the Lover's in reverse, maybe a relationship came to an end. We'll see. We'll get some clarifiers. What for the current energy do we have? What do we have? Okay, so Five of Cups reversed. Today, I don't usually read reversals, but I think I'm going to today. So we have Five of Cups reversed. Wow. Okay. The High Priestess and the World. Okay, so it looks like this sadness, loss, or regret of some kind is coming to an end. This is a very much let the world burn kind of energy. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So it looks like that is coming to an end because the High Priestess, which is either trusting your own intuition or some kind of psychic ability or knowledge of the occult, or it can just be secrets of some kind, right, are coming to an end. So it seems like whatever happened in the past, it seems like a relationship with this divine feminine and divine masculine came to an end. But it also looks like whatever your current energy is, that you're not sitting in this sadness, this grief, this loss, this let the world burn, I don't care kind of energy, right? Because the High Priestess is all about trusting your own intuition. It's also about you could be a light worker, you could be like a tarot reader of some kind. It's like knowledge of the occult, right? Or occult practices, but it doesn't have to be occult as in like witchcraft. I mean, it could be. Witchcraft isn't inherently negative, you know what I mean? So it looks like either you're now trusting your own intuition and you're not sitting in this loss or regret anymore because some kind of cycle has come to an end. So the World is all about spiritual graduation, right? It's all about closing out cycles. So with the Twin Flame card in reverse, this kind of tells me that a relationship came to an end. And maybe initially when it came to an end, you were just so upset, so sad, so deep in the grief process, right? But with this coming out reversed, I'm not getting this as your current energy. This is kind of you moving away from that and you trusting your own intuition, you knowing in your soul that it came to an end for a reason because this person wasn't right for you. Let's see. For the near, and we'll get clarifiers for all these too, so don't worry. So for the near future, what do we have for the collective's near future, Spirit? Wow. That's, I love when Spirit does this. I love when they say, you said what now? Near future. Okay, looking ahead to the future is quite literally what this means. So in the future, you will be not focusing on what you lost or what ended. You're kind of looking at it as, it's really hard to do, but it is also a really positive thing to do. Even the just shittiest of shitty people, shittiest of shitty relationships, be happy that they happened and be grateful for them because they basically are character building for your soul. As crappy as that sounds, I know everybody doesn't want to hear that, but if you can find a way to instead say, this person sucked, they completely fucked me over, they completely screwed me over. Maybe they did. I'm not even saying they didn't, right? But what is the helpful part is to, instead of saying they suck, I can't believe this happened to me, is thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the spiritual lesson. Thank you for the soul building, the character soul building, right? Because everybody who enters our life is here to teach us a lesson of some kind, whether it be good or bad, or whether it be to propel us to where we need to go, or to be the catalyst to get us where we need to be. Everything happens for a reason, even if it sucks, right? It just does. And so for the future, hold on, the sun's setting. Let me get some more light here. So for the future, we have you quite literally looking ahead to the future. You're not looking back towards the past, right? This has come to an end, whatever this thing is. And now you're excited. You're ready for the future. You're ready to get going, right? Because this isn't just about looking ahead to the future. It's also about planning for the future. But also even more than that, it's something that's coming soon. Right? Because again, I know people probably get tired of hearing this example if you've seen my videos, but again, she's not back in Ohio wishing she was going to go surfing. She's about to step into the water. She's right there. So let's see, what else do we have for the collective's near future? Wow. Oh my God, I love this for you. That is amazing. Okay, awesome. Okay, so the Magician is all about having the tools that we need to manifest our own desires into reality, right? It's you having every single thing you need to manifest it. It's not, if I only had this one thing, I could get this done. If I only had this, I could do this. No, you don't need any of that because you have everything. Everything is within you, right? What we think, what we see, what we feel is our reality. Whether it's accurate or not, what you perceive is your reality. So you looking ahead to the future, knowing that this came to an end and knowing that you have every tool within you to manifest what you want and your desires into reality. And then the Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is about overcoming obstacles. It's victory, it's success, it's public recognition for your hard work. It's not just, yeah, I did a good job, pat myself on the back. Like, this is people saying, wow, you've really overcome a lot. You've really come far. You've really did the damn thing. You know what I mean? Especially if it was like a relationship that came to an end. I mean, I feel you. Trust me. I get it. I just went through a breakup recently myself. So it's like, when you have to start over, it is the worst feeling in the world. And it just kind of feels like your whole world is ending, because kind of it is. It's ending so it can start over new somewhere else, right? So I'm going to get some clarifiers for these, but honestly, this looks really good already. So just for like, let's see, this is just kind of your recent, past, future, and current energies when it comes to whatever this relationship is, but maybe we can get a little bit more information here. So let's see. Queen of Swords. Please clarify the Queen of Swords for the collective's recent past. Oop. Bitch, I said what I said. Queen of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Communication, right? So if this came to an end because communication either wasn't direct or clear, or maybe somebody wasn't communicating, whether that be you or the person you were dealing with, there just wasn't clear communication. That's what I'm getting, right? Because she's communicating. It's not that she isn't. Maybe you, okay, let me try this. It maybe seems like you were communicating and the person you were dealing with wasn't. Because if this is your energy, you get the universe really wants me to know for some reason, communication, and not just that it didn't work out because of lack of communication, but that communication was happening on your end, but it doesn't seem like it was happening on their end. So let's see. Clarify the Emperor, please, for me. Yeah, clarify the Emperor. The Emperor is clarified by the world, coming to an end. So because of this lack of communication, or this lack of being on the same page, or this just unfairness, it came to an end. It doesn't mean necessarily they broke up with you or you broke up with them. Maybe it doesn't really matter. It just matters that it came to an end. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. This is all about conflict, struggle, right? So it's about clawing your way out, like the way that they're trying to like claw from the bottom up, right? And it's starting over. This person who you maybe initially thought was your person, who you thought was your twin flame, who you thought was going to be around until forever, is just gone. And then that sucks, right? It more than sucks. It feels like a piece of you died. And it kind of did, because this piece of you with them has died, so that you can start over somewhere else, possibly with someone else. We'll get more clarifiers. So please clarify the Lovers for me, please. Gemini card. Please clarify. I'm sorry. I just love when the spirit's like, oh, okay, here, you weren't clear on that. Here, let me clear that up for you. So twice we have the world. So the Wheel of Fortune is leveling up karmically. So that kind of tells me that this person was not your twin flame. This person was a karmic. And karmics can be good, they can be bad, but usually it's karmics are here to teach you a lesson, right? Remember when I said just a second ago, when I said if you can just look at it as this person was here to help me grow spiritually, right? It came to an end. They did what I'm done. It came to an end, the death rebirth at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio. Okay, ending, but not just endings, new fucking beginnings. So I'm getting that this person was a karmic. You maybe thought they were your twin flame. You thought they were your other half. You thought they were the person you would spend the rest of your life with, and it just didn't work out that way. So if this is spiritual graduation, this is leveling up karmically. So that kind of tells me that you might meet somebody new, because if you think somebody's your twin flame and they turn out to be a false twin flame, that does kind of happen, right? That does tend to be the way it goes a lot of the time, is you get sent a false twin, or the person you initially think. If you don't like the term twin flame soulmate, just don't pay attention to that. But it seems like the way that this usually works out is they'll send you the person you think you're supposed to be with, just so they can teach you a lesson, so they can teach you boundaries, so they can teach you whatever it is you need to learn, whatever it is you're lacking spiritually. They will come in and kick all that shit up so that the real person, when they come in, you've already gone through this, you've already learned this, so there's not a need to repeat this. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like, it couldn't work out with this person so that it could work out with the person who matches me energetically. So let's see, for the Five of Cups reversed, please clarify the Five of Cups reversed. Wow. King of Pentacles, yeah. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, I'm sorry, Five of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. King of Pentacles, clarified by King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so this talks about abundance, but this also talks about investing in yourself, right? So if this relationship came to an end, you are now investing in yourself instead of sitting in this sad, depressed, why did this happen to me, everything sucks kind of energy. You are using it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, to be better than you were before, and to invest in yourself. And this could also be, this is kind of the current energy, so this can be somebody who's coming in. Perhaps the person's coming in is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or it could be that they own their own business. It could be just a divine masculine, somebody who's very warm, loving, kind, generous, abundant, somebody who possibly owns their own business, maybe somebody with a dog, right? So let's see, for the High Priestess, what do we have? Please clarify the High Priestess for the collective's current energy. Okay, yeah, the Devil, reversed, and I'm going to take this reverse because I've been reading reversals anyway. So this seems like overcoming something. So if something were to happen again, or if somebody were to come towards you, either the person from the past or even simply a new person, you can't be manipulated. You can't be, fooled or deceived in any way, because you trust your own intuition. The High Priestess is all about knowing. It's an internal knowing. You don't have to see proof. You don't have to be shown, because you just know within your soul that what you're doing is the right thing, and that no matter who comes along this time, you've learned the lesson. So if you are going to be sent somebody and they're going to try the same BS that the person from the past did, there's no shot that you'll even accept that for a half a second. Or if this person from the past came back, you would not accept them back, because at this point, what's done is done. You were not the real person that I thought you were, and so now I'm investing in myself, and I trust myself enough to know that I will never fall for that shit ever again. Good for you, collective. I fucking love that for you. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. So we got 2 Queen of Swords, 2 King of Swords. So this kind of tells me that you're balancing your own energy right now. So this is communication, but this is also communication. This is also a leader, somebody who's fair, but it's not somebody who's warm or emotional or like lovey-dovey. You know what I mean? So this kind of seems to me like you're balancing yourself out, right? Because everybody has divine feminine and divine masculine within them. We all have both. So when I say masculine, feminine, don't focus so much on genders, because everyone has both. You just don't tend to display both at the same time. However, when both of them show up, that shows to me a balance. That shows to me that although we don't display both at the same time, there is a balance, there's a harmony. It's not one over the other, or one's lacking while the other is receiving all the time. You know what I mean? This kind of tells me that you're finding a way to balance it out within yourself, to know that you can trust yourself to not be manipulated like you were in the past. All right, so for the world, please clarify the world for the collective's current energy. Or, yeah, I said that, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So the world clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So that kind of tells me the world coming to an end, closing out cycles, right? And then the Seven of Swords is typically the liar card, right? It's deceiving, it's manipulation, it's all that kind of negative shit, but it's not always just that, right? Because what it really boils down to is intention. So let me just give you an example, right? If you just had a baby and your baby is starving to death, so you go steal a can of baby formula, the universe isn't going to be like, well, you're a thief, you need to be punished, right? You're doing it for survival. It's not because you're just a thief who wants to steal for the sake of it. You're trying to keep your baby alive, right? There would be a difference between that and somebody stealing a can of formula during like a shortage and then trying to upsell it to a mom who's trying to keep her baby alive. That is something that needs to be dealt with karmically, right? And everything is about intention. It's about balance. So with this coming to an end, this tells me with the Queen of Wands that, like the devil, like the High Priestess, you will not be able to be manipulated, right? You will clearly rely on your own intuition and you will confidently do it. This is somebody who is confident. This is somebody who can see intention without needing to be shown proof, right? You know, like when you get around somebody and you just kind of get a feeling about them and it's not a good feeling and you don't know why you don't like them, you're just like, I need to stay away from that person. And then something comes out about them later and you're like, I fucking knew it the whole time, right? That's very much this energy. So it's like, no, you cannot be manipulated, but with this coming out, you'll be able to clearly see people's intentions, and that's where the intuition comes in. That's where trusting your own intuition comes in, right? Because whatever the next person's intentions are, you can confidently spot them immediately. You will not second guess yourself. There won't be any, oh, well, maybe like it's not, maybe it's not what I think, or maybe it's this, or, coming up with every excuse under the sun. You'll just be able to see, nope, this person doesn't have good intentions. Move on, right? Not that I'm saying that's coming, but that's very much your energy right now. So I'm saying if that were to occur, then there would be no chance that you would have to worry about anything as far as what if it happens again? Or what if I can't trust myself? Or what if, right? Everybody can play the what if game, but this tells me there is no what if, because if this did happen again, you would see it immediately. You would spot it immediately and you would just move on. So let's see, for the Three of Wands, for the collective's near future, please clarify the Three of Wands. Oh, that's a little many. Okay, well, you know what? Fuck it, we'll take it anyway. Lots of repeats in this. So, the Emperor, the World. You could be a Gemini, Queen of Swords. Lots of twin energy in here, right? I'm not saying you have to be a Gemini, but Gemini did come up, and there's lots of twin cards in here. So looking ahead to the future. Okay, this is amazing. So we have Knight of Cups and the Emperor. So basically, looking ahead to the future, planning for the future, what's coming in, since this is a love reading, I have somebody coming in that is a Prince Charming. Not only a Prince Charming, because the Knight of Cups is a Prince Charming, it's somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve, it's somebody who loves love, and that's all great and fine, but if you're immature, that doesn't matter, right? If you are immature, if you can't communicate, if you are just about the, excuse my language again, but the fuckboy shit, I don't got time for that, right? And then right next to that is the Emperor. This immediately tells me that although this isn't the King of Cups and it's the Knight of Cups, it doesn't matter because the ruler, the boss, the divine masculine is coming out with him. So what you can expect for the near future is an offer from a divine masculine, one who is fair. Could be an Aries, doesn't necessarily have to be. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Literally all the signs are here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, all the signs are here. But what this tells me is that you're looking ahead to the future, and the offer that you're going to get from this person in the future is the person you're manifesting, and they are divine masculine. They are the Emperor, the ruler, somebody who's fair, somebody who isn't about the bullshit, for lack of a better word. So what else? And then at the bottom of the deck, King of Cups. Somebody who isn't about the bullshit, somebody who is emotionally mature. This is somebody who is emotionally balanced. This is somebody who can communicate. This is somebody who is emotionally vulnerable. This isn't somebody who is the example I gave before was the King of Swords. So King of Swords and Queen of Swords coming out together is great. Divine feminine, divine masculine. The way I said that he's just not super lovey-dovey and emotional, he is. So not only does he love love, not only is he a Prince Charming, he's divine masculine, but even more than that, he is emotionally stable and emotionally vulnerable. And if I'm saying he and you're a man, feel free to reverse it. Again, there's no gender in tarot. I'm just saying masculine because it's a literal man on the card. But if you're, a guy watching my reading, feel free to flip it. So for the Magician, please clarify the Magician for the collective's future. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so the Hanged Man, which is Pisces. So many major arcana in here. This is crazy. Okay, so the Magician being clarified by the Hanged Man. So the Magician, like I said, is having all the tools you need to manifest your desire into reality. But also, this is about suspending yourself from the tree of life to gain a different perspective, right? It's all about introspection, but she's quite shoot, I almost dropped my whole deck of cards. But she's quite literally hanging upside down so she can get some kind of different perspective. So this coming to an end, this person that you thought was your twin flame is the false twin. And false twins usually appear before the real twins come, right? So if this is your new divine masculine, you are now able to see why it didn't work out with this person. As much as it sucks, as much as it's shitty, as much as it hurts, there is a reason for everything that happens, right? And so if you can just keep that in mind, if you haven't met this person yet, I'm not getting that you've already met this person or you know who they are. They might know who you are. They may have seen you, but I don't think you've seen them yet. So this person, whoever they are, you're going to immediately see why it didn't work out with the last person. All right, let's get one more clarifier for the Six of Wands for the collectives. Oh my fucking God, that's amazing. Oh my God, I love this for you so much. I love this for you. This makes me so happy. This makes me want to cry. I really like this for you guys. Okay, so 17, the star, quite literally, right? Public recognition, success, victory, overcoming. It's like hard work, but it's public recognition for your hard work. Clarified by wish fucking fulfillment. Wishes granted, right? Nine of Cups is more wishes granted. This is more wish fulfillment. So hope, faith, renewal, after this breakup, after this false twin, after all this shit you had to go through to get to this person, they are your wish fulfillment. Oh my God, this is so nice. This makes me so happy for you guys. I'm an Aquarius too, so I'm kind of in the same boat of just went through a breakup, I'm not waiting for a new person or expecting a new person. I'm just living my life, you know what I mean? And if a new one comes, great. If they don't, I'm still okay. So that's the kind of mindset that you got to go through life with. Don't be like, oh, where's my person? Are they coming? Are they going to show up? Why aren't they here yet? You know what I mean? Because what you chase escapes. What you resist persists. So if you're constantly looking, if you're constantly chasing, if you're constantly wondering, where is my person, then it's going to take longer for them to show up. So just go throughout your life, live your life, and just focus on yourself, invest in yourself. And I see that's currently what you are doing in this energy. I'm not saying you're not doing that and need to do that. I absolutely see that you are doing that right now. So that makes me really happy for you guys. So awesome. You know what? I'm going to pull some initials and some numbers and then, stop and just... Fell right into my thing of ash. Don't need that. All right, come on. Okay, perfect. All righty. Let's see. All right, so for the initials, the way I do this, I just kind of do like it can be either your initials or the initials of your future person, which obviously you wouldn't know until you actually meet them. So just kind of keep that in mind. And if you do meet them, come back and comment because I would love to know. All right, let's see. So for the initials, and if you don't get your initials or the initials of a person on your mind or somebody from your future person or whatever, that's okay. If this reading still applied to you, then this reading is still for you. I just kind of look at this as extra confirmation for people who might need it just a little bit more. All right, let's see. So for the initials, we have I'm just going to start here. All right. W, S, A, B, U, H, F, K, C, another K, KK. Could be somebody's nickname, KK. I did know a girl named KK once. Let's see. Or it could just be KK. Like, okay. R, T, O, another W, X, I, another A, Y, T, another T, another U. We'll do one more. V. All right, so for the initials, we have W, H, O, S, F, W, A, K, X, B, C, I, U, K, A, R, T, Y, T, U, V. All right, and then we will go ahead and pull some numbers. These could just be significant numbers to you. This could be a time frame on when you meet this person. Usually when I do future, it's in about 1 to 3 months. Could be a birth date, an age, anything. Your favorite number, anything. All right, let's see. We have 6, 16, 616, 50, could be 50 years old, 5, it could be 55, and 1. Oh, what did I just say it was? 16? Okay, 616, okay. So we have 6, 16, 50, 5, and 1. January could be significant. January, February, March, April, May could be significant. June could be significant. 16 could be significant, 50, or 6. All right, so that is where I will leave this for you, collective. Feel free to check back for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul.